Hey everyone, it's Synth Designer back again with another video. Today I am previewing a few sounds from my upcoming preset pack called Atmosynths. I've been promising this pack will come out for a little bit, and I promise you again, it's going to be out very soon, either the end of June or the start of July. If you're a Patreon member already, you will get this preset pack early, and if you're not, you will get this for free anyway, as always on synthdesigner.com. It's just about ready, but needs a few more little tweaks and maybe a couple extra sounds in there, but it'll be ready very soon. I want to preview a few sounds you heard at the very beginning of this video. They're kind of like horror-ish, kind of dark monster sounds that you would hear in different genres, either video games or movies. These really were kind of just random sounds that I came up with that I thought were really interesting and not necessarily complicated, but really fun sounds I wanted to add to this preset pack, and I'm going to show you how I made them and how you can make your own types of sounds like this. So let's start with this one called Growing Monster. So really cool, kind of monstrous sound, like almost like a person. And this is really to do with this wavetable that is unique to Serum. This is on Serum 1 as well, but I'm using Serum 2 here. If you look at the wavetable, you can see it's very much like this very different kind of pattern all over the place. It's not a saw, it's not a sine, it's very kind of unique, and that's what makes this sound interesting. If you really want to get into kind of these strange atmospheric sounds, I highly recommend finding something that is already kind of strange and then moving towards that. If we take a look at it, it's 3 octaves down, which gives it that depth. If I were to move it up the octaves, it's going to sound very different. So you wouldn't think that this is kind of a weird, like monstrous sound. But think of a kind of a monster and how you would think of it in a video game or a movie. And it's going to have that depth and weird growl to it. And as we go down, you could think of this also as kind of a soundtrack to it. So if you had that monster, you could also use this upper octaves and create like pads. Although it's on mono right now, so. And that's a good tip. Think about some of your sounds, no matter what they are, and you can often use the same wavetables and wave shapes and general presets on different octaves, and they're going to work together very well because they have that kind of similarity to them that complements each other perfectly. But we're going to turn mono back on and then go down another octave. We're getting that darker sound now. And you could hear between -2 and -3, it really works well. If you go too low, it starts to become a little less clear, but again, you might find it useful that way as well. You can see it has 7 voices of unison, which gives it that wide, big sound. Very simple though, there's no filter on it at all. The envelope just has a little bit of attack, so it's not that transient to start. The effects, you can see there's a little bit of hyper here in the mix. There's some distortion and drive, quite a bit of it actually for tube, if we were to turn this on and off. You could hear it does provide that drive and a little bit more kind of that distorted feel that gives it a little more of a growly tone to it. Some chorus as well, pretty high in the mix as you can see. A lot of reverb as well, and just some EQ taking out a lot of the lows, because if we weren't to turn it off, get a little bit too much of the lows here. So as you see, it's pretty simple. It does have these effects just to kind of give it a little bit more depth, give it a little bit more space, but aside from that, there's not a ton to it. The dry sound really doesn't sound great to me, so you need that reverb. Gives it a little bit of a more menacing feel to it, like somebody's entering some sort of dark cave or something like that. So that's this first one. Pretty simple, doesn't have a lot of elements to it, but very effective if you want that kind of like monstery sound in Serum. This next sound is quite different from the first one that we heard. It's much more to do with kind of these strange added effects that you could hear in different settings, in video games, whatever it is. It has just kind of a weird horror vibe to it, and I called it the horror echo chamber, and it works really well in different octaves, so I'll play it for you. So you hear it has a lot of dimension to it, despite the fact that it's only one voice of unison here. A couple of different wavetables here and some noise. So let's go one by one here. This almost has a voice element to it again. Oh, and by the way, I'll get to this in a moment, but this LFO is on a retrig mode essentially, so it just keeps looping. And you can see here, it restarts essentially through this wavetable and kind of creates this weird almost sidechained element to it. But this next wavetable here, this has a little bit of a different tone to it, a little bit higher in the frequency spectrum, a little less voicey. They work nicely together. This one is an octave down, and then we have this noise. This is where I think I started. This is like kind of a choir. I think I got this off a splice. And then obviously I have it on different notes. So the key tracking is on, and it can work nicely that way. So it has that voice dimension to it, but kind of a ambiguous voice, right? I didn't want it to be too obvious that it's a voice. You could hear all these sounds coming together really make it kind of indistinguishable, right? It's not very clear that it's a voice type of thing. Only have some reverb on. It's cranked up, the hall reverb. That's it. If I were to turn this on and off, way up the middle just loses all that character. With these horror sounds, I find you want it to be kind of ambiguous, like I said. You want it to be very mysterious. You don't want to know exactly what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're experiencing. It's meant to be like, what is that kind of thing, right? And this is what you're getting with those settings. This last one is just called Horror. Very similar to the last one, but unique enough that I wanted a different preset for it. You could see I did similar things with this LFO, attaching it to wavetable position, giving it that constant movement and on a fast pace. Simple effects again, reverb and delay. That's the key to it. That makes it very big and very scary type of thing. Very string-like sound when you go up in the higher octaves. I would probably use this on mono mode, not very good chords. Again, you could go down octaves. And again, you're getting that kind of deeper sound to it. Very simple here, a few voices of unison. I show you very simple effects. But it gets the job done if you want to create that atmosphere to whatever you're creating. So that's it. Let me know down in the comments if you like these types of sounds, if you want me to make more types of videos on these kind of darker atmospheric sounds. Again, this is going to be on my upcoming preset pack for Serum 2 called Atmosynths. It'll be out very soon, will be free at synthdesigner.com, no signups required, and just enjoy this preset pack. Please take a look at my other previews as well for this, and I will have a full demo video on the day of release. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.